Hello, welcome to Juana Anella's Divine Readings. I am Juana Anella, the Hawaiian Gypsy, and I'm actually doing this is kind of like an extra reading for this month, March. This is I'm doing this for the spring equinox, and for the energies that are coming up. I know a lot of us are into that, or feeling that. Energies. I'm not even going to go into that, but sure, a lot of high vibrational energies, as well as a lot of anxious type of energies and everything. So I'm just going to do a quick reading, and because I know we're going to be coming out of that, and it's all going to be positive. And of course, we're going to be all looking forward to moving forward. This is the spring equinox. Happy spring equinox. Today is the 19th of March. And so we're going to get right into this reading. What are the energies coming up? Coming into spring and summer. All right. Putting out positive vibes. Other than the fact I can't speak, putting out positive vibes there. Okay, so what I like to do is I'm just going to pull a clarifying card from the Moonology deck here, and okay, so we're just going to shuffle those, and actually, before I get started, we should just do a quick prayer. Okay, and remember, whatever resonates for you, this is a collective reading, and it's also a general read, no signs, just collective, and universal messages coming in from the divine. And so yeah, just take what resonates, and let's get this reading out there. And so we're going to get right into the reading, and we're just going to pick one card. Yeah, asking the divine, please just give us one card for a message for today. What does want to come out from the Moonology? Anything? I'm just going to make this quick, short, and brief. There we go. Okay, I wanted one, but two really want it to stay together. All right, so we have a cardinal moon, and that is be bold and make the first move. Okay, and then the second card that wanted to come up is nothing will come of the situation. That's void of course moon. Okay, so interesting energy coming off right off the bat. So what I'm getting right away is sometimes moving forward into a positive space, and when there are energies surrounding us right now that are affecting our energies, even though they're not that of our own, but of course there's a lot going on right now, and that is also just not impacting our energy but impacting our mind. So that's the whole thing. So be careful of any of the energies. I know we need to take precautions. I know we need to have some preparation. But again, we don't want to get into the fear. We don't want to allow that, there's a difference between doing what's needed and taking precautions and then acting out of fear. There's quite a bit of difference. And that's what's coming out right now, right off the bat. So Spirit is telling us we just want to clear all those energies right off the bat. Do what you need to do. Exactly. Take your precaution, be aware, but don't feed into that, and don't stay there. Just be aware enough to be able to protect your own space. But also, just as it's important to have some precautions, it's also important to know we need to live. We are still here on this planet to have a purpose, to fulfill a purpose, a mission, and we are here to live. So Spirit wants us to kind of like think of that. Spirit wants us to be back in our heart, connect with that heart center chakra, and really put that joy back in our heart. So that's what's coming out of here. So if anybody's feeling that anxiousness, anxiety, if you're saying nothing's going to come of that situation, You're not going to be more protected by worrying about it. Just do what you need to do, and then the rest is, enjoying your life and your space here at home and on this planet. So, so good. So I guess that's kind of maybe do a meditation on clearing and bringing in love and light. That would be the first thing to do, because I guess moving forward, in order to move forward with abundance and joy and light, we have to clear out those energies first. And then be bold to make the first move. So that's kind of just goes with what I was saying, is that Spirit is saying it is right now, it's up to us to choose how we're going to react, how we're going to feel. How, so are we going to be in our heart chakra and stay positive and know everything, have that faith and know everything's going to turn out. So that's kind of what, that's boldness. Be positive. You are awesome. You are powerful. So, and we want to stay with that energy and know that blessings, love, and light are coming out. Okay, so we're going to pick from, we're going to start our reading from the, this is the Radleigh Valentine Angel deck. And just going to move that a little bit over and see what are the energies that are coming out. So we have manifested energies that we are visible, that is tangible, or that are like surrounding us, that we're aware of. These are energies that are around us but we're not aware of, and these are energies from the divine. These are the pure energies that are coming in. Always positive, no matter what card comes out. It's never a bad message. So we're going to get started with that. So the first message that's coming out is the, can we see that okay? I think the lighting's a little rough. Sorry. Okay, so there, 16. So it is life experience, Archangel Chamuel. A significant life event, a powerful revelation that leads to change. Time to spread your wings. Okay, so, and that's 16. Okay, so 16, that is basically, so that is coming back to this bold and make the first move. So right now what's going on is we're experiencing certain things, but they are happening for a reason. And we kind of want to embrace that and experience. And it's all about, like, spiritual growth. It's all about your highest good. So what are the energies that are coming in that can take us, that can elevate us, that what are we seeing about ourselves? It's a time, what's really good and positive about this time right now, a lot of us are kind of being, insolidated. So basically, staying in, being more, like what we would say, like the cave, call that your the monk cave or the bat cave or the Wonder Woman cave, the man cave, the woman cave. But it's just, and in our monk training, we learned that's the cave training. And those are the moments where we really can, get a relationship with the shadow sides and experience that, so we can learn, this aspect about ourselves that maybe we have been putting off for a while because we've been keeping busy with life. Well, sometimes keeping busy with life, that's not who we are. Our job is not who we are. We are here to be who we truly are, and that's what's truly in our heart, and we need to express that. So it's coming back, and sometimes we can only really clearly see the light of ourselves when we see the darkness. And and then that kind of opposite, the complementary energies, really can exaggerate the other side, so we can see it clearly. So it's like, you know, the brightness of the day is only brighter compared to the darkness of the night. So that kind of thing. So we want to get out of the duality, and we want to get into experience life. So it's time to really like have that kind of mindfulness, not being in the mind at all. Whoops, I'm shaking the camera, sorry. Not being in the mind at all, but have that mindfulness where we're befriending our mind, where our mind is actually working for us, for our higher good, not the other way around. So again, nothing's going to come out of all this worry and everything. Know that, hey, this is just a moment in time. There's a purpose. This is for me to connect with myself. Okay, so energies that are kind of grounding us that we're not seeing. I'm sorry about the darkness there. Really dark. Okay, there it is. So is the Ten of Air. So Ten of Swords. Okay. Let me read what this card says. So Ten of Air is the Ten of Swords. The end of a difficult situation. Right, exactly. So also, speaking of which, coming to this bold, know that this is an ending. This is why it's really, and you know, these endings are usually rough, and know that these endings are rough. And that's why it's the hardest right now. It's the hardest because it's at the end. And usually that's the case. Like if you ever run a marathon, I used to run marathons. It's that last, you know, like that last quarter mile is the toughest, but you're at the end, so you keep going. So no, keep going. You're at the end, and there's a wonderful reward for you at the end. There's a big trophy. So the end of a difficult situation. Embrace the change and expect things to get better now. Recovering from well, it says recovering from an addiction, but that's not the word Spirit wants me to use. It wants to say recovering basically from all this healing. And this is part of your healing. So whatever you're going through, this is a powerful moment, and really embrace it. Experience. It's life experience. It's true life experience, because you're experiencing you living your life at this moment, not living a life of, you know, other people. Oh, I got to do this, I got to do that. That's expectations of others. That has nothing to really do with you. Your life is what the things that have to do with you, and this is what we're going through right now. And know that, you know, things are going to get better, and it's really, I have a feeling this is not going to last much longer. We're at the end of it, so maybe a week or two, and you know, we're into spring. Everything is new energy, and it is renewal. Right now it's renewal. So yeah, have that positive mind of renewal. So from the divine energies, we have the Nine of Fire. Can you see that there? I'm sorry, it's so dark. There it is. Nine of Fire. Okay, so don't give up. Protect that which you created. Have courage and believe in yourself. So basically, what I'd like to say with that is the Nine of Fire is that kind of wounded warrior, and that's so pertaining to what we're going through right now. So what I want to say with that is, when it says here, protect that which you've created, is basically you have been through so much, you learned so much, and you've grown so much, and Spirit wants you to know that when we get back into the busy world, it's going to be, things are going to change. Things are going to be different. You're actually going to you have changed, and you may not have realized it yet, but you're going to see that when you get back, when things get back to normal, you're going to see, wow, everything is different. The world as you know it has changed, and you're really going to notice it's changed. And Spirit wants you to say it's changed because you have grown, you have transformed. You know, that whole idea of the caterpillar into the butterfly, but you want to protect. You don't want to go backwards. Make sure you protect that spiritual growth and continue to move on. Whatever the lessons you have learned, you know, there was a lot of lessons of letting go. You know, can make sure you continue to move forward in that direction and experience your life. It's time for you to experience your life. Archangel Chamuel, I have a feeling he may be important. We may want to pray. Please, you know, Archangel Chamuel, please continue to protect me as I continue to go into this transformation and into this new era and my new life of change and transformation, and please, protect me to keep moving me forward. Something simple as that. So energies we're not seeing is the Seven of Earth, and that's very beautiful. The Seven of Earth is the Seven of Pentacles. So that, wow, these cards are amazing. All of the cards are amazing. It's exactly what we're going through right now. Seven of Pentacles talks about, reevaluating our life, reevaluating things. But in this case, spiritual messages is reevaluating our lives. Were we really living our true life, being our true authentic self? Were we really nurturing, our soul beings? Were we really nurturing our spiritual growth, our divine good? But now, if you haven't and you realize what you haven't, now it's time to start doing that. That's what this is all about. So reevaluating everything. Okay, and it says seeds well planted, a temporary pause in action, unnecessary worry. Again, unnecessary worry. That's what this card is talking about. Nothing's going to come from any of the worry. And again, so the first part of this, seeds well planted, protect what the Nine of Fire is saying. Protect that which you have created, right? You've created this whole new life, this whole new era for yourself, and you want to protect that. So you've been doing a lot of work, so you planted a lot of seeds. So we want to make sure we protect those seeds so they can keep growing, and they can grow into what they're needed to grow into. And then energies that we are, oh wow. I'm telling you, these cards are like magical. Like all the cards, like such the energy. They're really speaking well to the energy. And almost kind of repeating themselves, but it's really good. So the Eight of Air is like the Eight of Swords. That's that one where she's blindfolded and she has her hands tied behind her back, but there's not really tied. It's kind of a loose tie, and she can actually, take her hands out, remove the blindfold, and move forward. Well, that's what this is. That energy, and that's exactly what these energies are making us feel. So any of this worry or anxiety where we feel like we're trapped and we're stuck and there's nothing we can do, we want to get rid of that. Nothing will come from that. To get rid of all the worry. Okay, be bold and make the first move. So in other words, be bold, make the first move. Make the first move in like meditation. Make the first move in like changing your perception. I am not a victim. I am a powerful being. I am here to not just exist, but to experience. Coming back to this card, life experience, okay? I'm here to experience my life. I'm here to grow. And I am a powerful being. Right now, yes, I may be in a place of quiet and meditation right now, because this is the place I need to be. Not because I'm stuck. Because this is what I need to be to do this inner work right now, okay? So that's giving yourself the power. So changing that perception, okay? We want to change all that perception around. And I'm just going to pick an oracle card real quick, and then a dream time card. Okay, Mercury. Okay, we have Mercury, the planet Mercury. So that rules Virgo and Gemini. So maybe Virgo and Geminis might be feeling a lot. But more importantly, Mercury is about the mind, how you think, communicate, write, talk, and travel, right? So basically, what I just mentioned is really changing that mindset. If any of you are, and I'm sure a lot of you are already on that positive note, but sometimes, even we catch ourselves, and it gets a little, it can get a little bit, yeah, that it can catch me, and I don't even realize it, like it sneaks up on me, and before I know it, it's like, oh geez, I'm starting to panic, I'm starting to worry, and it's like, no, I'm not going to go there. Honesty. So honesty. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. So exactly. So in this case, talking about the scenario, maybe the media and all that. Sure, I know there's a lot of stuff that's important information out there, but we all know sometimes the media, things slip out that are not really trustworthy. Can we really trust everything we hear? I would say absolutely not. Not everything you hear, But that's why you have to, you know, get in touch with your heart chakra, get in touch with your intuition, get in touch with your spirit, get in touch with your higher divine self, and really follow those energies. You know, not the energy of the mind where there's worry or anything. Back to positivity, back to like wholeness. I am connected to the universe. I am safe. And this is not a moment of, you know, where I'm confined, let's say. So we want to get that out of her. You know, maybe take certain words out of your vocabulary. I'm not in this position of confinement. I'm in a position of inner work. I'm doing, you know, like we would say monk training. I'm doing this inner work. I'm doing meditation. I'm healing right now. So, and healing, inner work, we all know. You need rest when you go through healing. Everything rest. Okay, we're going to take one more from this. This is the Aboriginal Dream Time. And we have, oh wow, just inner grief. Inner grief. I'm going to put that behind. Okay. Interesting, we have that inner grief. So again, I mean, wow, it's like these cards talk to each other, I swear. So inner grief, yes, even though it has the word grief, you know, right away the message is coming through is what I'm just saying. See, she's in the womb here, and she's in the womb, but it's going back, you know, connecting with that deep part of yourself. The Hawaiians talk about the lower self. So we have 3 selves according to the Hawaiian, and I also practice that as well. But so we have the lower self, which is our subconscious, middle self, that's here us manifested on earth, and then our divine self, which is our higher spiritual self, which is, you know, what we're working towards. But most importantly, while we're here on earth, the most important thing is to align all the 3 selves. So this kind of, to me, is talking about reaching into that subconscious self, that lower self, and, you know, do that deep healing. So basically, yeah. So a lot of things have been happening. You know, and yes, and we feel like, you know, and it could be, you know, in these situations, we could be feeling powerless, right? So that, I mean, obviously, you know, that can happen, you know, because we feel, and some of us may feel like our choices are being taken away. So, we have to, again, change that perception. It's like, well, you know what? No, this is divine. And divinely, it's because I need to do this work. And this work is for me. This work is for my highest good. It is for my greater good. And so the cards here, the book has, you know, a bit of advice. And so yeah, choices, you know, limited. But it's how we see our choices is what gives us back our power. So the only way forward is to begin your own healing journey. Learn to forgive yourself and know that this forgiveness will begin to heal your heart. Okay? So when they talk about forgiveness about your heart, that's the whole Ho'oponopono, and I did that in the beginning, is I love you, please forgive me, I'm sorry, thank you. And you can, it's just a mantra, and you repeat over and over. And what it is sometimes we have, you know, we can have lack of faith because of the fact that, you know, we're feeling disconnected with ourselves. So sometimes by saying, I forgive you, I forgive that, it's like connecting with yourself. So it's almost like you may be parts in your life, you may feel like, oh, I let myself down. Well, of course, you never really let yourself down because it doesn't exist. You're learning. But what you want to forgive is you want to forgive the part of yourself where you're hard on yourself. You know, you want to forgive the part of yourself where you're like, wow, you know, I held myself back. Okay, well, I forgive me for that. And this is part of the healing. And, you know, see these aspects in your life where you may need to go back and say, holy cow, I shouldn't have been so hard on myself. I forgive me for that. I'm going to forgive myself for that so I can move forward, because it's about giving love. It's not about, you know, there's no right or wrong. You didn't do anything right or wrong, but it's about giving yourself back to love. And, you know, forgiveness is like that complementary opposite of love, reaction to give yourself, to show yourself, oh, okay, I got to remind myself to give myself love. And I hope that makes sense. I'm sorry if that doesn't make sense to some of you. However, by doing this, you will slowly begin to heal. And you will slowly begin to build stronger relationships with yourself, connecting with yourself, bringing up that confidence. Okay, it may be a slow process, but day by day, you know, you can get through this. And then, you know, you can check in on your progress and how that's going. And so I just want to put one last card here from the Aboriginal Dreaming Totems. These are little totems. I love these cards. They're really cute. They got quick messages. And I'm going to wrap it up. I hope that makes sense. So yeah, a lot of like Mercury came out. So yeah, a lot of maybe mental energies. And we got weariness. Okay, so I'm going to try to read that there. No one has your best interest at heart. Others have their own agendas. Step up and take control of this situation. It's the very thing that people are not expecting you to do. Okay, so what I'm getting with this, not that nobody has your best interest at heart. It's basically, the message is that weariness. So we're feeling this. We're kind of feeling that energies. This is referring to the energy. The energy, we're getting worn out. We're getting tired, you know, kind of wearing down, because the energies kind of are making us, you know, can be affecting us in a way that we're feeling that, wow, you know, like what's going on in the world right now, like, you know, like, you know, there's this need to come together. And so it's kind of wearing you down. You know, maybe there's a little bit of, you know, I'm trying to think of the word, but basically the, you know, where people are because of the, you know, maybe people are in panic mode, and it's like, well, you know, and it's good. You have to take care of yourself first, but, you know, at a certain degree, not a certain degree, but at a certain level, taking care of yourself is basically, you know, it's not about like hoarding or anything like that. You know, sometimes we get blessings when we share and come together. So it's about coming together, really. And we're feeling that disconnect. We're feeling that disconnect. And that's what this is. And maybe you may be feeling like, wow, like here I thought, you know, I had these people who had my back and they don't have my back. And so a little bit of this energy. It's all about energies. I mean, people are, you know, they're doing what they need to do. And that's okay, but maybe sometimes it's like that Five of Swords energy. You know, it's we can do what we need to do what's in our best interest, but it's how we do it is what really makes a difference. I hope that makes sense. So, you know, there's a way of saying things, for example. I mean, definitely do what you need to do, but, you know, we don't need to rob the cradle, for example. And or take the candy from the baby, for example. So that's kind of like that message there coming out. So I was really hoping for a little bit more positive cards, but I think I mean, it is a positive message. It's just I guess the energies are really heavy right now. But the biggest important thing is, please know that these energies are not going to last much longer. You are at the end, and that's the good news. It's a good time to be alive. It's a good time because it's a time now where truth is really starting to come out now. We're really starting to see truth, and that's what's exciting. That's what's really exciting, is that truth is you know, justice is being prevailed right now. And that's why, you know, there may seem a lot of heavy and not, you know, the best looking energies right now out there, but when we have faith in ourselves, when we stand in our hearts and be who we really are, then, you know, then that's the honesty. Then it's like nothing can touch us. we're powerful and we're moving forward. And the good news is keep going, because you did so much, and you're going to see, you're going to see, look back when we, this is coming, we're coming at the end. And then when it's all over, like in about a week or two, look back and like, wow, you're going to see how everything was a blessing, how everything was so empowering, how like that was you turning into that butterfly, and that you are a powerful being. So, and very, very beautiful. So I hope that message helped. And maybe I'll do another one, in a couple of weeks, a quick one, just because, it's all good. Yeah, just because it'll be good. Again, yeah, just like I was saying, to check back into how the energy has changed. So that'll be really cool. All right, well, thank you. Many blessings. Thank you for joining me tonight and today, sorry. And I'm looking at the moon. And I really enjoyed doing this reading, and I thought it was a very powerful message, and just lots of love and light. It's all good. It's coming to an end, and things are going to start getting better. You're actually going to see that happening within the next week. So lots of love and light. Aloha keika'i. Love one another.